So we finished insulating the upstairs of the cabin. Now we're working on another project. We gotta clean this up a little bit, clean the joints up, put new tape on. Got the wrong type of tape. But we're basically wiring off our hot water here. This is going to the shower, and this one is going to a garden hose, which we can take off if need be. But that hot water heater mixes hot and cold, so we're just going one line to a little outdoor sink here, utility, and just use a bucket for our gray water for now. That's what we're looking at. Water test. Nothing.
No leaks here.
No leaks. Alright.
Alright, water test.
Water test. Little air.
That hot water heater's not on, is it?
I don't know if it's clicking on or not. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Hello. So it is day 4 now, officially, that I've been out here for this trip, and I apologize for not much video. Didn't really plan accordingly and forgot my battery charger for my 4 batteries for my really nice camera, video camera slash photo camera. So I've been holding off with the phone because I've been needing it for looking up ideas for projects and things, so only got so much battery life. Anyway, my brother was here for a couple days, and we got insulation done up in the ceiling, and we got a couple other things done too, so I'll just show you around, catch you up on what's going down. We've made a lot of good progress. It has been very hot here. It's supposed to hit actually 100 the next 3 days, and I'm learning to embrace generator life, air conditioning life. It's kind of a necessary out here, necessary in Texas in general, but try and only run it a few hours a day, right before bed, and a little bit during the hottest hours of the day as well. Other than that, it's really not super humid, so it's not awful. But anyway, I'll show you around, see what we've been working on. So we've worked on our water setup a little bit. This down here is actually just a little hand crank laundry. I haven't tried it yet. My brother has, though. He said it works really well. And so we actually have running water, running hot water if need be, from here all the way to back there, which our hot water heater and pump are hanging out. Or not pump, water worker 14 gallon is hanging out, and our pump is actually coming off of that down there, and then down a little hill to a well that we dug. So anyway, so we've got semi-clean water coming in from here. And that's just going into a bucket underneath right now. Kind of a gray water collection. That way it doesn't flood out around here either. We can just every so often dump it in the woods. And since that's not really filtered water, its use is pretty limited. It is going to the shower as well, which I'm going to fix up. And so it's being used for that, and then just like general quick hand washing. This is drinkable water at the time. As soon as that empties, I'm going to try and rig up a gravity-fed filter to make the water drinkable. This is awesome. This is a Sawyer squeeze, and I take it with me on camping trips, and it lasts supposedly like 100,000 gallons. There is a back flush option that you get, or not option, but a back flush tube that you can use. You put on the end of here and you back flush every so often if it starts getting backed up. But other than that, you fill up this bag, which is a kind of an the only standard it is it's basically the same fitting as a 2-liter bottle, which is 28 millimeter. So I'm gonna try and find an adapter in town so that I can go something more standard, like even a garden hose to 28 millimeter straight into this filter. But the good thing is the water is clean and clear enough coming from our well that normally, as you can read, this is the squeeze filtration, so you squeeze this bag to kind of force water through here to be filtered. But it's clean enough here that it does not even require squeeze. So thinking of either putting something on this tree, a connection, or maybe another level to this, and then having this drain into, say, this water jug when it's empty, and then that will be drinking water and cleaning water, all accessible through our well. So, and yeah, they advertise these squeeze systems to be super effective. There's several brands. I've used these guys for probably 10 years now, and they haven't let me down. Never got sick from water or anything. Lake water that I get from Lake Michigan, I usually have to squeeze a little bit through, probably partly because there's sand in there, but anyway, yeah, they deem it safe to drink. I've seen video ads for them going into a mud puddle and collecting water with this bag and running it through and drinking it straight out of there. So if they can do that, I think I can do this. So and I think it's maybe $30 for that setup. So for our indoor progress, it's a little messy on the floor, but here's our indoor progress. We've got R19 insulation all the way down and all the way back. It took me and my brother, who didn't really know what we were doing that well, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for all of it, with a staple gun, and just to take care of the ceiling there. That's R19. That cost us about $240, $250 for all supplies. I might tackle the walls myself in the next few days, and that's going to be probably R13, but possibly R19, and that's going to run us anywhere from $220 to $260. Since it is so hot and not very humid, but humid enough that if you cut that out with the AC, it's a lot more comfortable in here. So anyway, we've got an Arctic King, I believe it is, 5,000 BTU, nothing too crazy. But that's getting power not from our solar system, obviously, but we've got an awesome generator that's been in previous videos called the Pulsar. This thing has two modes. It has regular mode, which is up to 2,000 watts, and economy mode here, which it's been in, and it doesn't need to be out of so far. I haven't overworked it, and it's got an auto shut off, auto alarm if you go over the rated power. So it's been running really well. It's also known for being super quiet. It's comparable to the Honda generator that costs like $1,200 new, and this thing is like $350, $400. I got these pieces of wood up just to reflect the sound back here even more. It's really nice. So yeah, it's in economy mode, but anyway, there's a lot of options on it. It's got DC output, 2 ACs, USB, and still running tests on how long it runs. I think it's like just over a 2-gallon tank, and I think I read it runs like 6 hours per gallon of gas on economy mode or something like that, which is pretty impressive. Outhouse is still looking good. Shed in a box is still looking good. So yeah, I'm gonna work on the shower this weekend, make it look a lot better. Right now it's pretty rough around the edges, but it's serving a purpose. Hot water heater's working great, coming off the propane. I'm still working on the pressure switch here. For some reason it's not working, but we have a tiny 12-volt pump way down there and into our well, and that's being fed power through right now this makeshift setup. Got some Romex and some adapters electrical wise, so being careful with that, and probably going to put an override switch somewhere on that post next to the waterwork as well. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at. Made a lot of progress considering how hot it is outside. And tonight we'll be getting hopefully a chest freezer, and we have some connections to adapt that to basically a low power fridge. So looking forward to that, and then also going to pick up some supplies in town so that I can tackle some new projects. So anyway, we'll keep you in the loop. So yeah, I just want to mention a couple other things. So there's several advantages to using a chest freezer as a refrigerator. One is the very fact that the insulation on it is a lot thicker. Yeah, there's less room inside, but that makes it far more efficient. And then anyway, another reason that a deep chest freezer in particular is good, just efficient period, is the fact that, you know, it's a top open, top load, as opposed to a front. With this, you know, cold goes down, heat rises, so you open this and you barely feel anything spill out. There's minimal loss each transaction, putting things in, taking things out, compared to a front load where you open the front door, and all of a sudden you find yourself dilly-dallying, looking looking for the right things, and you hear the compressor turn back on in the fridge. That's not the case with this. And let's see, the other thing is, yeah, so as long as this does do fine and doesn't require like a generator, a guy was saying, yeah, he was running it on a 100-watt solar panel for a while just fine, and we have 200 watts. So as long as our direction to the sun is pretty decent, like we'll be set to go. I'm just thinking price wise, this was $100 used, and I was going through 2 bags of ice a day for the last couple days. It's been especially hot too, so about 100 degrees down here in Texas. So 2 bags of ice, that's anywhere from $3 to $4 a day. So this thing basically in 25 days, 25 to 30 days of use of the cabin and refrigeration, this thing will have paid for itself. So and I'm gonna be here another 12 this time, so 1 or 2 more trips and this thing will already have paid for itself. It's one more step to being a little more self-reliant and not having to go to town every so often, not having to depend on that. So yeah, everything is slowly coming along, and we'll see what we got in store tomorrow. I'm thinking probably finish the insulation. There's just a little bit more to go. And also, in the meantime, tonight I'm gonna start resetting up the table area in my computer / work area and see how functional that is. So, looking forward to that.